Do you think a standardized bytecode for the web has a future? Kinda dumb question you're asking, but of bleep course it has a future. That's like asking if SPIR-V has a future. Technology. My gaming PC died this week. I'm struggling to think of a good reason to actually have such a powerful non-mobile computer, when there's so many cloud hosting options nowadays for any kind of network tinkering or virtualization I want to do. And most games recently are just graphical overhauls of older games anyway. Wouldn't a medium-grade laptop cover 90% of use cases aside from high graphics gaming or video editing? Cool. Now prove your claims. If you keep bumping this thread, it'll give you a fancy screenshot in the morning. But it's 1 AM, so I'm just gonna sleep. MFW fell for the learn by doing approach. MFW, I could have been miles ahead of where I am if I just read books and watched tutorials from day one. MFW, so much wasted time. MFW, fall apart when asked about something I haven't touched before. I can't believe you people lied to me. Bleep. Know your. Ouch. You were given the secret sauce to learning well, and you threw out the rest of the ingredients. Just do both. Think of it. When you're doing on your own, you can do only what you know of, either directly or subconsciously. Most of the time there are way better solutions or even whole tools you don't know of yet. The whole Python mentality of having dedicated command or unique syntax for majority of variable operations, you'll never figure out on your own. Weird, outsider, code logic for a game without a single loop because author didn't know about loops. As a kid I wrote a game in VB without a single variable, storing text data in hidden labels and storing levels and everything else as .ini files. I'm moving to a even more remote area of ours, and I'm looking for a decent long-range radio. Something that not only captures good signal but also has a decent speaker and is rugged enough to survive the bush. Bonus points for dual power input or built-in rechargeable battery. East Asia and Oceania won't be getting coverage anytime soon though, unless the East Coast or Guam Churstian broadcasters sees reasons to rent out their transmitters with no strings attached. Based. I have been thinking about doing this mod. You are going to need one of these. For starters, it's called an antenna, or, in your shitlord land, antennae. I get a good signal of 415.850 on the west coast usually. Is it true that Arch Linux will always eventually break? I've been using it for about 2 months so far with no problems. Arch pedo distro. Quick install OpenBSD before they get you. 4 years, always you, then managed to bend Movo T400, used it for bleep posting, YT and so forth. Like every bleep Linux system, it only breaks if you actively mess with it. Another thing that can cause breakage is having too many IR packages and neglecting to update them. I think you are more likely to run into issues when performing an Ubuntu dist upgrade. Regardless, it is good practice to run backups on an external hard drive of your root partition, or of your entire hard drive, with rsync or another utility every once in a while, so you don't get caught with your pants down in the unlikely event something happens. Go back. Don't waste your time. Her content is virgin baiting trash. Its dead devs have packed up. What's the alternative now for when it eventually gets bleep? Oh wait, it's broken already. Aren't they working on a new tool already? Yes, op is a bleep. SM Loader plus SM Loader O until Dmix is finished. Yes, they have, thanks. I've decided to learn Python because it looks like Python is the program for everything these days. I don't know why, but it seems like everything from websites to full programs are all made in Python now, and you can find a job easy using it, working on almost anything. I read you use tab instead of curly braces in Python. How do you not feel like necking yourself using Python? Python is a snake. How do you get good at making programming video tutorials? I have some niche programming knowledge for which there aren't any tutorials both in written or video format, and I know they're needed. I have already written the text, but I need to publish a video tutorial because in video format some concepts are explained better, and also I can get some actual visits, some notoriety, and maybe some cash, which I need. Problem is that I really don't know how to put my thoughts into words when I'm alone. If I speak with a person, I can explain any tech concept I know easily because I can see his reactions. He gives me questions and I don't care if I stumble on my words. The same doesn't happen when I'm alone or I am doing a video. If I search for how to speak in front of the camera, I mostly get 15 minutes videos of people telling me to just do it, which is probably true, but maybe there are some actual extra tips to do this. Has everyone here ever done a proper video tutorial? Never rub-a-duck, but I'll try. You will learn by doing it. If you record tutorial, watch it. See if you would watch it and want to learn that, if it would be helpful. What is there to upgrade? Then redo the video to do it so it satisfies your needs as a learner. Then PPL that will learn from it will give you advices. Be passionate and use a lot of hand gestures like Hitler. Just be a schizo like myself. Talking with yourself will be natural. Then all you need is to record it. Write a script. WTF. Rust lovers. I have my eyes on Rust. Now that I have a bit of free time, I'm starting to go through docs etc. trying to get the hang of it. WebAssembly looks very interesting. I've not dived in depth yet. Do you think it has a future? Is it worth it? Do you think the standardized bytecode for the web has a future? Kinda dumb question you're asking, but of course it has a future. That's like asking if SPIR-V has a future. Do you think a standardized bytecode for the web has a future? Were you awake for Java web applets? While Rust is currently the most popular language for WebAssembly, the two technologies really aren't tied together. It's definitely possible to imagine WebAssembly failing but Rust carrying on. Or vice versa. Do you think it has a future? Which? Rust or WASM? Rust. Yes. Rust is currently growing slowly but steadily. Systems-level projects tend to be started more rarely and be longer-lived than other projects. But a lot of new projects which would traditionally be started in C++ or even C are getting written in Rust instead. I don't expect explosive growth, but it's pretty hard to imagine Rust disappearing in the next 5 years. WASM. Much harder to tell. There's a lot of interesting in getting something which can do the job WASM is aiming at. But there's also been a lot of failed attempts already. I don't expect it to do moderately well. In 5 years either WASM will be all over the internet, or it will be forgotten. Is it worth it? Look into your heart. There you'll find the answer. You are smart program. You can figure this out. How can someone create an anonymous public image board with no spam, no bots and no reCAPTCHA? Hard mode. No Jannies and mods either. AI. Get the bleep out of this board. Look, another shill who hates a bit. Working as intended. Use 4chan threads, posts Jannies, mods to train a model. Huge amount of data there. Create an iDummy for mlchan.org. Where is my EU funding?
Cash I knew it, that program is smart. Thanks. This CKOHLCASH for a practical example. You a smart program. YouTube and Facebook as a desktop program. Bleep. Accidentally got a merged conflict, now my computer is bricked. And then he said, I am a web developer. My hobbies are tweaking, rooting my smartphone, upgrading my PC and editing Consky config. What Emacs key bindings you use? I am waiting for the new NVIDIA 3080 to come out. Every single sysadmin I've worked with in the last 4 companies I've worked in went from help desk to admin.